Sean Spicer, great to see you again. Look, is Vladimir Putin stringing out Donald Trump yet again? I mean, talking peace while still killing Ukrainians. Trump keeps setting him deadlines for peace, but do you expect finally a follow-through?
Look, I think the expectations for Friday are really high. The president said all the right things today at that epic press conference he held in the White House briefing room. I think he's pretty clear what he expects to get out of this. The president's, I think, playing from a hand of strength this week, Andrew. I think Putin got the message that Trump was really serious now, that Trump had given him a lot of runway to get to a deal for peace. He hadn't taken it, and that Trump was really about to ratchet it up, which would have affected not just militarily the strategy, but also economically, and really started to affect how the Russian people viewed Vladimir Putin. So, I mean, I was really pleased with a lot of what President Trump said today tactically about how he's going into that meeting.
To another war in the Middle East. Look, this is embarrassing to say, but Australia has actually split with the United States and said it will recognise a Palestinian state next month, banking on the promises by the corrupt Palestinian Authority that, oh, yes, we're going to hold elections after 20 years of not holding them. Yes, we're going to keep out Hamas, although Hamas controls Gaza. Yes, it's going to demilitarize, and yes, it will stop paying pensions to Palestinians who kills Jews. Just all promises. Is this going to make America doubt that Australia is an ally it can trust with the 3 nuclear submarines it has agreed to build us, when it's right now having a review into whether it will actually need those submarines for itself?
There are some people questioning Donald Trump's strategy when it comes to Ukraine and how he's handling Putin. I think this is just the art of the deal, foreign policy edition. That being said, these same people have no problem siding with a terrorist organization that on October 7th launched a brutal, unfounded attack against civilians. I mean, I don't think it's lost on me that it's funny how on one hand they question Trump's commitment to peace and how he's handling Putin, and at the same time, these same leaders are coddling up to a terrorist organization that brutally killed women and children and innocent civilians for no reasons. As for the AUKUS issue and the subs, look, I hope it doesn't undermine our commitment, because I think this is bigger than just Australia and the UK. This is about a deterrence to China, and I hope that we get that.
Well, you say that, but I mean, America would be relying on Australia coming to its aid in a war with China, with the 3 subs that we're supposedly going to get. But don't forget that Australia relies on China to take in 1/3 of our exports. We would be ruined by going to war with China. I don't know that we can be treated as a safe ally to America in those circs, but we shall see what happens.
It's funny, Andrew. All of these countries, it's amazing how they love to talk tough and tell the U.S. what to do. And it's all these European leaders calling Trump and J.D. Vance over the weekend when he was and talking about what we should be doing to protect them. And then at the same time, up until not too long ago, buying Russian gas, aiding and abetting China in its efforts. At the end of the day, this should be a question of good versus evil, right versus wrong. And yet, in so many cases, everyone loves to talk a good game and coddle up to China.
Oh, yes. Well, Australia's been buying petrol from India, refined from oil smuggled out of Russia. We have actually been helping to feed the Russian war machine. Donald Trump yesterday said he was going to take over Washington's police force and send in 800 National Guards. Here he is.
Today, we're declaring public safety emergency in the District of Columbia. Our capital city has been overtaken by violent gangs and bloodthirsty criminals, roving mobs of wild youth, drugged out maniacs and homeless people, and we're not going to let it happen anymore. We're not going to take it.
Sean Spicer, the White House says Washington D.C. has got a murder rate now of more than 27 people per 100,000. In context, that's nearly 6 times higher, that murder rate, than in New York City, higher than Atlanta, Chicago, etc. Twice what it was 13 years ago. On the other hand, his own Justice Department in January actually boasted that it helped drive down violent crime in Washington by 1/3 in 2 years, and its violent crime rate is now at its lowest rate in 30 years. Although I've got to say, there's been talk by the police union there that the figures have been fiddled. What is going on there?
Well, you just put your finger on it at the end. So I spend a decent amount of time going in and out of our nation's capital. One of the things that people don't want to tell you is over the last several years, we've stopped prosecuting a lot of crimes. The police won't go after certain criminals. I literally drove down the street months ago as a gang kind of came up from behind, and they were doing all sorts of motorcycle and bicycle tricks. And I looked at the guy in the Uber and he said, oh, this happens all the time. The police won't touch him anymore. So we've just stopped. So when they talk to you about statistics, whether it's Washington, D.C. or New York City, the dirty little secret that they don't want to tell you is that they have stopped prosecuting crimes. They've stopped arresting people. And whether that's to pad statistics or not, but I'll tell you the real way you can tell is ask somebody if they feel comfortable or safe walking around our nation's capital. And so I really don't care about the statistics, to be honest with you, that it's scary in our nation's capital, especially as the sun sets. Gangs have taken over. Crime is rampant. The police don't stop it anymore. No one prosecutes it. The U.S. Attorney, Jeanine Pirro, at that White House press conference that you played a clip from, she made it very clear that she's been hamstrung by her ability to actually prosecute crimes. So the reality is that our nation's capital, which is something that we should be welcoming people from all over the world into, is not a safe place. It's, in fact, a very dangerous place.
Well, we shall see what happens here. I mean, there's the usual talk of, oh, Trump is a dictator, whatever, but he's done it before in this first administration, trying to crack down on crime in cities that won't do it for themselves. And let's see what happens here. Sean Spicer, thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you, Andrew. Thank you.